Hi everyone, this is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to new viewers. Thank you for joining with me today. It's lovely to be here with you again today. It's Thursday, so the last leg of the journey through the week to Friday and the weekend. So let's start with this is the general reading for the collective, and we're going to start with the wisdom of the Oracle cards to see what kind of information that might be an overarching overall theme for what's going on with you on this snippet of time right now. Okay, it's just a snippet of time. It's not necessarily what could be your future. It's just what the energy is right now, depending on how you're feeling and thinking about your life and your desires, your heartfelt desires. Okay, so Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, thank you so much for enveloping me in your beautiful wings of guidance, protection, and love. Will you please guide me and assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly for the collective? Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, what do our viewers want to and need to know today for February the 15th, Thursday, 2024? Time to go. Well, that's definitely a green flag, right? Treasure Island. That came out the other day too. Very interesting. So, time to go. Time to go is about, you're walking the path, right? And there's a door there that's opening for you. Okay? And 4 and 5, you add those two numbers up, you got 9, which is the ending of something. And it's interesting that this is 9 as well. So you have two 9s right here, which when added together again is 9 plus 9 is 18, which is 9, right? 1 and 8 equals 9. The 18, 1 plus 8. So you've got, it's like putting an end to a chapter to start a brand new one. So it's time to go. It's time to let go and go. Just go ahead, go forward, because that door will open to you. The closer you get to it in your heart and your mind balance, like I talked about all the time. The yin and the yang. The yin is the heart and the yang is the mind. If you've been very yang focused, mind focused, you're more like 3D resonance. When you start listening to your yin, your feminine energy, the yang, the yin, the heart in you, you start raising your mind up to meet its resonancy. Because the heart, which is the soul, does not sit at 3D resonancy. It doesn't. It's always in like 5th, 6th, and 7th and higher. Because it's the wisdom of that part of who we are. Our heart's desire is listening to our desires, our wisdom, and following a life path that leads to a purpose for you. Okay? And your real only purpose is to wake up to who you really are, which is that soul that speaks through your heart. Okay, so you are now, collective, you're raising your energy, your spiritual vibration to match your heart. So now you're more balanced here. You see, so it's as the more you raise up, see, because this path is going upwards. The more you listen to your heart, the closer and closer you get to 5D, the more the sooner that door is going to open for you. And when you go through the other side, what do you think you're going to be receiving? All sorts of treasures. This is your soul's inheritance. Now, everybody has the same allotment for an inheritance in spirit. Okay? Not one person has more than the other. It's all the same. That's just fairness. That's equilibrium. That's equal. That's, it's just balanced. Okay? Everybody has the same. It depends on how much of your heart and raising your vibration. The closer and closer you get to the door of your inheritance, which is in the ethereal all around us as energy, right? everything we'd like to manifest right here and now, like money, a house, a car, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, kids, the picket fence, you know, happily ever after, whatever it is you desire. Maybe you want a great career. Maybe you're going to go work on a safari, you know, in Africa. That's something that really ticks your clock, floats your boat. Then those are the things that you will have available to you. It is the same kind of high vibe energy that's available in everybody's storehouse, inheritance, the divine inheritance. But it's going to look different for anybody, for everybody. So for example, if it is really something that you want to become someone who researches how lions live in a pack, you know, in their pride, whatever, what you're going to be studying that. Well, you got to go to school to get your whatever degree it is that you need to do. I don't know anything about that, but in order for you to be able to go and be seriously taken seriously abroad, if you're like from the United States, you need to move to Africa in order for you to be able to safely study like elephants or hyenas or whatever, lions maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah, that is going to be something that's in your heart. That is a deep desire for you, right? And there's lots of people who want to become marine biologists. Same thing, that it's a deep desire to be able to be in the ocean with like dolphins, kind of thing. Deep, deep desire to be around aquatic life, to be around animals in the wild. Therefore, that energy, that deep, deep desire is your inheritance. And it's going to manifest as something for you. You're going to end up being picked up by a team of people, whatever, employer that does function in Africa, or is always out in the water, and they're hiring a new biologist. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with ideas about how this has worked for you. But it's not about the manifestation itself. It's about the resonancy that's in the ethers, in your inheritance, in your storeroom, where that door is to, your storeroom of energy, high vibing energy, okay? High vibing energy. So that means it could be $1 million if that's really what you desire to have. It could be the greatest love of all time for you. It could be like all the great things about being in a loving relationship and making a family together, having a great house that you can live in for the rest of your life with your spouse, and your kids will come home on holidays and whatnot, back to their old home, maybe even stay in their old bedrooms, you know, that kind of stuff. If that's something for you, maybe you want to become a chef. You know, it'll show up as education for you, and then it'll lead to the next thing, which is the energy comes in for the job at that restaurant that you've been desiring, or something very much like it, because it has to be good for you. So whatever it is that you desire, that energy is in your storehouse. It will show up, manifest in your life in the exact way that works for you, that you desire. So like I said, if you're desiring something like to become a marine biologist, for the next person it might look like a Maserati, or I don't know, Porsche, whatever, you know, a vehicle that's like very, very, very expensive and rare, okay? But that high vibe, because that's high energy stuff, right? It's always in the ethers, until you do what you need to do in order for you to match that resonancy, so you can pull that energy down. Like I'm taught, these are two different people, so that you could pull that energy down so it shows up as just the right restaurant hiring right now, the one that you want to be in. Oh, and that Maserati showroom. You're standing in a Maserati showroom and you're saying, hey, I got this, I have $10 million to buy a vehicle with, you know, whatever it is. So it's going to look different in the manifestation form, in the physical form for everybody, but at the higher resonancy, we all have like this vortex of energy stored there that we can tap into. But the only way we tap into it is by raising our own frequency by walking a path to enlightenment, to ascension. That's the only way we reach that high vibing, really like desired stuff, energy. It's that's like fantasy land behind the door, but in a very real and manifesting miracle way, okay, in the 3D. It's all there for every single one of us. You just got to walk the path, following your heart, listening to your heart, using your mind to listen to your heart. Your heart is now listening to your mind. You two are in partnership. The two are in partnership with each other. As before, it was more like you're mind focused and not really taking how you feel about things, not paying much attention to it, and then tweaking your thoughts or your belief systems to help you feel better. You weren't really doing that, and you might be foo-fooing the emotional side of who we are, because you might be saying things like, I can have this belief that emotions just get in the way and they mess everything up. Well, when you're very, very 3D mind focused, yes, the emotions will feel like that, like this, right? Because you're not in balance. You're not in harmony with your heart. You're not. You're like operating from your mind mostly here, and not taking your soul into consideration at all. That it's your soul that can help you manifest, create the life you really want. But you have to meet your heart. You have to meet your soul where your soul is, which is 5D and higher. Okay, fifth dimension and higher. I talk about it all the time. So let's move on now. Let's talk about past, present, and near future energies, Archangel Michael. There's the first one. Excuse me, guys. Past, the sun. Oh my goodness. Now, if you want the past, this is enlightenment, okay? Yes, the energy says yes. It's energy, it's power, it's climactic, it's like it comes to a climax, it's just brilliant and explosive, but in a good way. Fulfilled, pride, radiant, success, vigor, divine, masculine, daytime, victory, happy, and warmth. Interesting, it's divine masculine. Okay, doesn't say anything about the divine feminine. Guess this is the next one, present day. Mortar and pestle. Blend, brew, alchemy, concoction, medicine, breaking things down, making something else, potions, and spell work. Well, you start taking seriously your heart, and if by magic you are able to manifest that which you truly desire, as long as it's good for you, ultimately for your highest good. Because it's resonating with the higher vibe of where you're at now, and higher, not taking you lower. Let's see, what could be an example of something that you desire something? Maybe you desire to have, let's just use that example, $1 million. But you really want it because it's going to make you feel like you're something, like you're someone. That's bringing you're bringing your ego into this, okay? Which is the lower vibe, the fear. Why do you want $1 million to make yourself feel better, more safer, secure, whatever? It's because you don't believe that you're worthy, right? That if you were worthy, if you knew your worthiness, you wouldn't need the $1 million to make you feel safer, secure, more, excuse me, my dog, feel better about who you are, about yourself. You wouldn't, okay? When you're in the higher vibe, you already know your worth, and you already know who is your safety and security. It's the divine. It's got your back and protecting you all the time, no matter what. You've got a whole plethora or a myriad of angels around you, more so now than you ever had when you're still in 3D, mostly 3D thinking. vibrancy or resonancy, that lower vibe. So that would be like you'd be lowering your standards in because of still an old belief that if I had $1 million, wow, I would feel so much better. I just feel so much better having that kind of money in my bank account. I could go out and do this, that, and everything else. I would just feel good. Well, you got to feel good before you can get it, or at least feel good to keep it, if you know what I'm saying. Like people who win the lottery, they may very well, they win the lottery, but if they're not solid in that conviction that they are worthy for this kind of energy, this $1 million energy to come into your life, because you have to be at that resonance, you have to be at that matching that kind of high vibe energy, which is $1 million is high vibe. Okay, let's face it, it's a lot of money, so it's a lot of energy, spiritual energy. You have to be at that high vibe energy in order for you to match that, to attract it to come in from your storehouse. Okay, your inheritance. You win a lottery, but you're not solidly in the belief that you are worthy of all things, of all good things, that you are safe and secure right now. Whether you have $1 million or not, you're going to lose the money. You're going to spend it, lose it. It's going to be stolen from you. It's going to be gone. Okay, which we see happens a lot. Okay, with these people who win lotteries. So it's because they weren't really at the mind level in tune with their truth, which is at the heart level. Okay, at the mind level, they're still thinking that $1 million will make them safe, as opposed to their soul, the divine, would keep them safe. And they may still speak and behave in ways that really, they're not saying I'm unworthy, I'm unworthy, but to others who might know, they're going to go, they really don't think highly of themselves. They don't really think much about themselves. It's just from the way because what we say and do tells on us. It tells on us. It tells other people where we're at. Ones who can read that kind of energy, see that in a person's behavior. So if you're still thinking and you'll be behaving in a certain way, that is really going to be telling on you as to whether or not you really do believe you're worthy of having such great fortune in your life and keeping it. Okay, so near future, the woman. Wow. Okay, that's really interesting. She comes out a lot, this purple one does. This would be lady number 1, I suspect, because lady number 2, she's she's bearing her skin. You can see her. She's an African American, or she's African, whatever. But she's showing her shoulders, her skin. The other lady, and to me, in the Lenormand, like in this deck here, the one that bears her skin, she's like feeling really good in her own skin. She feels worthy, right? Feeling really good in her own skin. She's being vulnerable because she's exposing, her bare skin, her bareness, her nudity to others, to the world, and she's quite fine with it. All right, so that's cool. But anyways, yes. We have the sun, which is a yes, but it's high vibing energy. And divine masculine says, anyways, this is happy, warm energy. It could be that you were simply just enlightened in the past, but you are putting things together. You're bringing, in the present day, you're putting things together because you're going to be, because your growth, your desire, your receptivity to want to be in a different energy, to grow, evolve, ascend, and become enlightened. You're wanting to create a different environment for yourself, a different energy from within yourself, so that your environment can be reflective of that. And then Treasure Island, I mean, you go to that island there and you got all sorts of goodies that are going to come to you. That's your storehouse right there that's in the ethers. And then maybe that's your ticket to get to somebody that you really, really want to be with, who you see as like the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups? Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Okay? That's who I see, because this, in the Lenormand, it's like the, see, that's the Emperor one, the gentleman number 2 that I referred to as the divine masculine. You know, the Emperor, Empress. But yeah, there's a lady number 2 in here. There's lady number 2. Now that's not, see, they're both 29, if you can see that. They're both 29. But this is the one, this is not that one. This is what this one, you know, is going to be. Like the Empress. She's well on her way. I've got a card turn around. But there is, you know, you've seen her. She's the one holding a rose. There she is. That's her there. And I refer to her as the Queen of Cups. Okay. So yeah, very interesting. You're on your way. This masculine, we're talking to a masculine here. And this says divine masculine, but that's not why I'm going with that. It's because there's a woman over here that you're trying to get things put together in order for you to, you're trying to bring things together, including your own heart and mind in balance, okay? You're trying to bring yourself together as well as anything else in your environment, anything else outside of you together for you to be able to find your way to this one that you see as a Queen of Cups. Okay, Sun, Archangel Michael, please, if you will. We've got that, yeah. That's leveling up and pushing your way through limiting beliefs about yourself, about your lot in life, what you're experiencing, beliefs about that. You feel like you've been trapped by them. Your only friend was the mouse, okay? Who he's all about lack too. The mouse is about lack-mindedness, loss, you know? So, let's see. And the polar bear, because it's white, it has true intentions, pure intentions. But it's a force to be reckoned with. It's very confident and it has very strong. Okay, present day mortar and pestle. We have the news card, fast incoming news about something that needed to be cleared away. Okay, let's talk about the women in the near future. Bad health. Okay, so this relationship with them has been not of the most, you know, moving forward positive, like just being on good terms with them. Okay, let's get the tea, Archangel Michael. I have already shuffled them, so let's do the past. Wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Haha. That may be why you're feeling stuck. Near future, well, on top of your own thoughts too. Mountain road, you are on the road to success. So you see, the mountain ain't so bad all the time. You're going higher like this. You're going higher in the time to go. Crib for the near future, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Okay, so something is going to come about in your near future that's going to help you reach across the miles, kind of thing, to go where you want to go. Archangel Michael, let's talk to the tarot. That's a lot. Let's talk to the tarot, please. Tell us about this reading, Archangel Michael. Please, thank you. For the past, now, Sun, the polar bear, imprisonment, and wedge. That looks like a piece of cake to me. There's a saying. It's a piece of cake. You're going to be able to get... it says, someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. It's a piece of cake, especially when you got that kind of energy. Piece of cake to overcome that. yeah, 5 of coins, okay? Feeling left out in the cold, and the Hierophant. Wow. That's your marriage. That's your, so in other words, that's your spouse. Masculine, that's your spouse. What we got? We got the Hermit for the present day. That's your going up in the mountains, you know, to a hermitage in order for you to get some clarity from a higher perspective, right? But also it's quiet up there. No distractions. And we have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, because 10 is the end. So you're going up there to release all your burdens. And, you know, this is cutting away your burdens, right? Cutting away things that are going to keep you from being able to make something else out of your life than what you had before. You're breaking things down, like, because when you got that pedestal, you're pounding the plant or the seed in there, and you're breaking it down into like a powder, right? It could be medicine for you too, in hermitage, right? So you're going to be alchemizing a concoction that is going to be able to, which is your, you know, you're changing your mindset. You're again moving your mind up to meet your heart in that residency, because your heart, like I said, is at 5th dimension, okay? And you see, let's just talk about the hertz levels of sound from 3D to, well, from the root chakra to, let's say, the heart chakra, okay? Heart chakra is like at 432 hertz. Root chakra is like at 1 something or 2 something, I don't even know. But there is a difference of frequency. From being the root chakra is where you are connected to the 3D. Root and sacral chakra. Even somewhat, well, your solar plexus as well, but it starts changing over at the heart chakra, and then you go from that to your throat chakra, where you're speaking your truth and wanting to know your truth, to your third eye, to seeing all that you've not seen before, and relying on you can see the invisible world with your third eye. And then the crown chakra is just being, you know, truly connected to your spiritual self, to the divine. That's where you bring the divine into you, is through your crown chakra at the top of your head. Okay, so near future with the woman, bad health, Page of Cups. Wow, that's an apology. Yeah, cup of love for her, right? King of Coins, and that's you coming committed, totally grounded, like King of Coins. You have figured out, you've navigated 3D. Now you're very interested in bringing in the heart, and that's what this is all about for you, King of Coins. So you're the King of Coins in the near future, at the very least, if you're not already. So that's what I see here, guys, is I see that, you know, the masculine is been enlightened, okay? There's been enlightened, and he feels happy whenever he thinks of her, someone who he has an apology for and a cup of love for, but he doesn't know how she feels. He feels that the last time that that you talked to her, things were on bad terms, okay? Maybe you said, you know, when you talked or didn't talk, whatever, something was said that would make you think that she may be angry at you. And all you can do is fantasize. You know, the reason why we jump from bad health to like fantasizing about being with somebody is because I'm only using so many cards, right? Because I want to use my intuition, like really hone in on my ability, my skills to really know what these cards are talking about by listening to Archangel Michael speak to me through this. So that's why there's like a leap, you know, from bad health to fantasizing. So it's bad health. You don't want to stay in that energy with her. You want to be able to bring a happily ever after into your life with her. But right now, because of this belief that there could be something, you don't know how she's feeling or thinking right now because you haven't been talking to her. I mean, come on, guys. That's like a no-brainer, okay? if you don't talk to her, then how are you ever going to know? Really, seriously, how are you ever going to know? Unless you have reliable friends who know her and they spend time with her and they know what she's talking about, what she's up to, and if she ever talks about you, you're out of the loop with her until you make that connection. And you have to make the connection, collective, okay? You do, all right? You're the divine masculine. You're the one who needs to take charge and take control of your situation and be the one to come back around, because there is something that you did that makes you have to apologize to her for something. Even if it's just for the last conversation you had, you might have shut her out, blocked her, or said something that was just not kind and could have hurt her feelings. And she says, okay, if that's the way you feel about it, then, I'm done, whatever. Then you got to come back around and apologize for that. This is pretty simple. So, yeah, with this enlightenment, you're able to find the fierceness within you. Let's talk about a polar bear, okay? It's the strongest animal on the planet. I wouldn't want to see a polar bear and an elephant, especially a mother elephant, together. I wouldn't. But especially if, the mother has her own cub, I guess, what you call it, I don't know. But then the polar bear is a female with her cubs to protect. I wouldn't want to see that. But it would be a close match, I think. Because whenever I think of the strongest animal, I often think of the elephant, right? Just because of its sheer size. But in any case, you've seen something, you've become enlightened about something, but you also are feeling a deep admiration and desire and love for this one over here. Like, look, this is where you are and this is where she is. Like, that's why this, okay? So yeah, somebody's been trying to, I believe it would be the person that you're romantically committed to in a commitment right now, long term, or your wife. And it would be your wife because of the Hierophant. 5 of coins, right? But she's trying to come between you. She knows about this one here. She knows how you feel about that one. And she knows that once you're done with her, you're going there. That's what she believes, okay? So she's trying to get between you and her because she doesn't want you to see you happy. If she can't be happy, she doesn't want to see you happy. That's low vibe, okay? That's ego. The 5 of Pentacles is that she's feeling left out in the cold from your life, but at the same time, you're feeling left out in the cold from her. Well, that's your own doing because you are not staying in connection with her, right? Hierophant, collective, masculine. But she's going to try, and this one here, she's going to try through a breaking of the contract of the marriage, right? She's going to try and take half of your whatever you got. And she knows that if she takes half of it, you're going to have to stick around for a while at least until you can build up your pentacle treasure box, right? Your pentacle treasure box, like to fill up your bank account again. Working hard to do that, to build up your money again, your resources, your financial resources. She's going to try and take half of that with you divorcing her or leaving her behind, because she knows how focused you've been on your pentacles. So she's still looking at you as somebody that she's known from before you started evolving. So she's still like, and I have this situation myself too. I think my family is just now starting to see that, yes, I am a different person. Like my parents, my sister and her kids, like my family, but I live like a whole country away from them. But the thing is, and that would be part of the reason, because they don't see me every day. And if they did, they'd see that, I have changed. But they remember me as I was, you see. But it's just been recently, I think they're really starting to go, maybe she has changed, but their perspective will be I've changed a little, right? Because they still don't see me very often. We don't communicate much. So therefore, whenever they think about me, they think of me in the old terms, in the way I used to be, okay? And that would be the same with her, your spouse or long-term partner. She sees you as she wants to see you for one thing and remembers you as. She doesn't see you as being this evolved, like ascending person who's now listening to your heart, your soul. She still thinks of you in a different way. So she's going to try and keep you down, you see, because she sees you as somebody who's been very financially focused, very pinnacle focused, like worldly, 3D. You are, however, you've grown. You're a king over here. You're king. You're not just a page or a knight from the tarot deck. You are a king now. You have actually grown at the same time. You see that there's like, what is that? Those are like lilies. Yeah. Lilies, meaning there's a spiritual focus in you now as a king of coins, king of pentacles. There's a spiritual focus, whereas it wasn't before. So she's going to try and hurt you, like the Achilles heel for you, as far as she knows it, she sees you as, is to hurt you where your money, your pocketbook is. Okay, wherever your pocketbook is, she's going to try and hurt you there. She's going to try and take it from you as much as she possibly can get her greedy little hands on, right? And she could be like a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. That'd be a greedy woman that you're committed to, that she's committed to you. So yeah, there you have that. That's your past. That's what you've been dealing with. So you're trying to, because you're walking the higher, you know, you're really listening to you, starting to listen more and more to your heart, spending more time maybe in prayer, meditation, whatever that is for you. You have been turning to God, who is in your heart. Okay, know that God is within you as He is within all of us. It's at this level, you know, within the hologram, in the holographic universes. It shows up as your soul. Okay, your soul. And then it's your higher spirit, which is the Holy Spirit. That's up in the higher dimensions, you know, 12th dimension and beyond. Is the Holy Spirit. That's your highest self in this this illusion, this dream of this life on this planet in these universes. And then not outside of it, but not in the same way as we are, there is stillness, and that's God. Stillness. Okay, anything else is vibrating. God does not vibrate. He's still, He's perfect. He's pure consciousness. Anything else is vibrating. At the higher level, it's just vibrating, just slightly more so than stillness, but not stillness. Because it's in the illusion now. God, although is us as soul in this illusion with us, it's through the Holy Spirit, His voice, that is in these dimensions all the way down to the soul. It's His voice, His holy voice, the voice of God, which is your highest self. It's our highest self, okay? And then we go lower in the dimensions, lower, 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 and we're vibrating more and more and more and more and more, till you get down to the third dimension. I know I'm kind of nutty about that, but it's just, it makes so much sense to me. It's crazy. So you are trying to concoct a nice blend between your heart and your mind so that you can truthfully and successfully follow your heart. Your mind is now paying attention to your heart that has been crying out for you to listen to it, especially in terms of love, right? You've known how you felt about this person, but you've been like, nope, I'm not listening to you. You just stay up there. You just stay up there and you don't bother me, okay? You just stay there and don't bother me. I don't want to know about my feelings about her. I'm just going to stay down here and I'm going to hang out with the one that I, asked to marry me, committed to. That's where I'm going to stay. And if I'm going to grow in heart at all, it's going to be with her. But it didn't work out that way, did it? Because she wasn't wanting to. So, you're now saying, okay, well, you're not working with me to make something really great out of our life together, you know, growing and expanding together. I feel like I'm growing, and so that I can even be aware of that. You know, I'm aware more of the fact that I'd like to grow and expand with the person I'm in love with and devote my time and energy to. But you don't want to. So I maybe need to rethink things, and that's where you start growing and ascending, and you, next thing you know, you're listening to your heart, and you're saying, this is the one I love, really. What the heck was I doing? You know, I should have had a V8 as you bonk yourself on the forehead, right? That commercial, I should have had a V8, bonk, you know, bonk, I should have had a V8. Most of you likely don't know what the heck I'm talking about, and I apologize. So it's been a real, you know, path to your higher enlightenment. It's been very, very, very heavy on you to be able to leave this relationship behind, realize that you know, you could have had a great time relationship, life with her, but chose not to, and ascending at the same time. You not have a lot on your plate, okay? So there has been some great hits of wisdom coming to you through, and fast and heavy, that told you you need to cut your excesses out. Now, excesses could be things that I need to have the best in life. Therefore, I'm going to really need to work hard and focus on making money. Cut that out, right? This is nothing wrong with it, but if it's going to keep you at 3D focus, right, there's something wrong with it. You're not growing, you're not listening to your heart. There's somebody in your life who is nothing but trouble to you. Cut that out. You know, the two of you are not a match heart to heart anymore. You were at one time with your resonancy at the lower frequency, being so focused on making money and having money, and all the good things that come from that, like society-wise, whatever. So you are now cutting that away, so you're making room in your mind, in your heart, for the one that has really been trying to crawl out of your heart and into your life. Billy Ocean's song. Get into my car, get out of my car, and into my, I don't know, something. Okay, you're a kook, okay. You start talking about something, but you don't remember how it goes. Okay, so I apologize for that too. So let's just move on. Yep. So you've been hermit landing, you know, doing some soul searching, maybe had a dark night of the soul and still in it, kind of, because this is present day times. But that's helping you to, you know, this is there's so many burdens that it led you there. It led you there to sit in it for a while, to think, but ultimately to cut it away, let go of it. But this incoming news, it could be something that's coming to you that's gonna, you know, something that you learned about your spouse over here that then helps you cut your relationship, your contract with her through divorce, right? But it's also you at the same time getting hit with wisdom, like downloads, spiritual downloads, they call it. That's wisdom coming to you. It speaks of your worthiness and how much you are loved, like unconditionally and totally loved by the divine, who is always, and it's telling you we're here, we're supporting you. There's even, the God has even put more angels around you to make sure that you're protected from anyone who is trying to come between you and your heart, the one that's in your heart, okay? So near future, yeah, well, we've kind of already talked about that, right? Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So unless you are already in a relationship, which I don't believe so, but maybe you want to get together with her and impregnate her. And it's possible that both of you are in that, you know, in that place in time where she's very fertile, you know, fertile and wanting to be pregnant. Okay, it's possible when you move forward, when you finally, I think this is speaking more of an enterprise, because because there's a baby in a basket there, bassinet. But the Enterprise could be like a new birth, a new beginning, okay? A new birth, a new beginning, where you start off with apologizing, and you show her how much you're committed and dedicated and devoted to her as a king, as a grown individual, spiritually grown and personality grown, I might add. Because when we grow spiritually, our whole personality evolves as well. We become softer, more compassionate, of course truthful, right? And discerning, and we just like our behaviors, our way of thinking is more like generous and just softer and calmer, more peaceful. We're just like, we've become a different person, really. We develop into a different person as a result of allowing the divine to speak to us through our heart, okay? So that's what I know. And so let's talk about some timing here. Let's see, can we get some timing? Let me see. When and how, no and yes. Let's see. No, long awaited. Yes is unprecedented joy and happiness tense. Let's do when and how, okay? When and how. Oh, I guess we have to do the yes and no first, okay? Ask yourself a question. All right, and I'm going to ask, like, this is near future, that our masculine wants to be with her, but there's this belief in that things are not good between them, that it was left off like that. But he is fantasizing about being with her and having a new beginning, with reconnecting with her, apologizing, telling her, you know, how sweet he is on her, and him showing up matured, right? So can you tell us something about this situation, yes or no? Answer for our collective. No. A time of quiet and peaceful change. Some events and people will fade into the background. That would be her. Anyone else that sees you as in that low vibe again, like they remember you as, and still that way of thinking, they're gonna fall off. You know, they're just gonna gradually fall off. They're gonna fade into the background, making room for more progressive and exciting circumstances. Right? The Enterprise of a new beginning. Changes gently knock at your door, inviting luck to enter your ever-changing life. Changes, you aspiring to go higher, meeting your heart more and more, allowing it to walk on your legs in your life, right? This door, it says here, changes gently knock at your door, inviting luck to enter your ever-changing life. Would this be a treasure, an idea that you could see her as being a treasure, you know, somebody that you would feel very lucky to be with? So that's fantastic. All right, so apparently a time of quiet and peaceful change is coming about, but you know, it's right there. So let's pick up when and how. When and how. Let's see what it has to say. Archangel Michael with the when and how. Given that they're still being asked to solidify the changes, to bring that alchemy in to their heart and mind for the perfect concoction, perfect medicine that will be the how and possibly the when, to how and when you're going to be able to make your near future, move it from being just fantasy to actual reality. Okay, that new beginning. Let's see. If no, the dilemma stubbornly dictates its own rules. This potentially slows down the action for the next 3 to 4 months. As always, your natural wisdom, honed discipline, and hard-headed stubbornness inevitably steer you toward your goal. Yeah, okay. So no, it just means that you have, this potentially slows down the action, you being able to move forward for 3 to 4 months, okay? I would like to say more about that. Let's see. Let's ask the angels, okay? Have that same question that maybe was not answered. It was answered, it's just not necessarily what you wanted to hear. You might still need another 3 to 4 months to be able to break it down. Break it down, break yourself down. They call, when we are being enlightened, when we awaken, we have another awakening. It's because we become broken. Brokenness often leads to turning your face to God, right? Enlightening yourself and awakening. Because you just feel so hopeless and helpless here, you just don't know what to do, so you turn to God. Because you feel like God will be the only one. Your friend can't help you, your mom can't help you, you know. So, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, and all the spirit guides and angels of our viewers, what is the answer? In the near future. Okay, in the near future, it says 3 to 4 months. Unlikely, what? Oh, I got 2 cards. Abundance, and ask your angels with, it's up to you. So it's unlikely that this is, yeah, that's what they're saying. It's unlikely that you're going to be able to be in a place where you need to be in order to make your way to wherever it is she is, to have that new beginning, unless it's unlikely that you, if you don't involve your angels and spirit guides that are collecting dust on your couch, and that the abundance, the inheritance right here that you wish to have access to because you're ascending, then it's not going to be available to you. It's unlikely that you're going to have the big vibing energy you need in order for you to get to where she's at and have success in that, okay? Because it's always up to you. It's up to you as to how high you're going to go. If you have any pessimism, doubt, or ill thoughts about yourself, your worthiness, and what's been going on, and you might not have, you're struggling with being able to tie up loose ends here, and forgiving this whole situation, maybe even forgiving her for trying to get in your way to love, then you can't take that with you to the higher realms of 5th dimension. You can't take it with you. You really have to get at peace in all of that, the negativity that you've been experiencing and the things you think about yourself and maybe others. You have to be able to let that go. It says it's time to go. Right now, it's time to go. Let go of everything you cannot take into the higher realms of 5th dimension and higher. Okay, guys, so that's what the angels, that's their advice. I know it's not exactly what you want to hear, but you know, even if you're a cross watcher, you know that your guy, your person is still in they're in the works, you know. They're in under construction. But the divine has got them very clearly by the hand. All right, so they just need more time. And it may not be 3 to 4 months because it's going to be different for everybody, obviously. Now, if I was doing a private reading and that came out, then that would mean 3 to 4 months for that person. But y'all are different with the collective, so it's fluid. It's whatever. It could be just 2 to 3 months or even less. So take care of yourself until tomorrow. Take care and bye for now.